Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. Today I'm going to show you how to make these cute gift tags to go on your knitwear using supplies from our sponsor Papermart. You can find these tags and the baker's twine I'm using at www.papermart.com. Now I am going to share some quick tips with you, like these little tags on the back. I actually printed those on cardstock using my open office word processing software and a address label template, and I just typed in my information and the price, and that made it so easy to kind of mass price a bunch of my cowls for sale. And then I took a little more time doing the stamping so that you could really see the quality that goes into my work if I take this much time on the packaging. So without further ado, let's get to it. I started off by placing 3 of my tags onto a piece of fun foam, and that will give me a squishy surface that will be ideal for stamping on. The stamps I'm using are by Papertrey ink, but there are lots of different companies that have kind of vintage button style stamps, and you could even use some of your sentiment stamps to make a button-like card. There's even stamp sets out there from different companies that make kind of gift tags and labels, and you can be creative with what you have. You could even use like a cork to stamp little buttons if you want to. It's all about using what you have. Now I'm going to do a variety of different toppers and buttons and accents to make some cute little cards. And the thing I like about having a stamp set as opposed to buying pre-stamped or pre-printed tags is that you can make the colors go with whatever season or match your branding or match the items that they're going to go with. Since Christmas is coming, I'm going to use shades of red and green and brown to kind of give it that vintage kind of Christmassy look. That's also why I went with a red baker's twine. Here are some of the stamp and button combinations I came up with. I think they're so fun. And there's a close-up look of the little tag that I printed off my computer and punched to go with my big display tags here. And so what I'm doing is I'm just kind of stringing them together with a piece of red and white striped baker's twine, and then I'm going to pull the ends together so they're even and tie a knot right above the tag, and that's going to keep both of those tags together so they look nice and pretty. And then my customers, after they buy them, they can actually tear off the tiny tag with a price on it and leave the big tag as kind of like a gift tag. They can either put it on the outside of a wrap package or just leave it on the knitwear and give it that way. Now I wanted to have that big tag to be super useful, so I decided that I would stamp to and from on the back of the tags, and I found this stamp in my stash, and it's by Inkadinkado. It's a Christmas stamp, and it simply says to and from. It's very elegant, and I thought I would just use some green ink to stamp that on the back. Now I do want to warn you, sometimes your clear stamps are gonna not take the ink very well. So what I actually ended up doing with this one is I scuffed it with an emery board because that just helped it have a little more tooth and grab the ink a little bit better. I'll show you another example where I had stamped before I did that, and you can see that it's a little bit rougher. It doesn't look as crisp. Maybe you can see it, maybe you can't even tell. I don't know. I could tell. So I decided that that would make the ink stick a little bit better and make my presentation look a little bit more professional. I think that red baker's twine is probably the most useful, but if you don't care for red, it does come in a lot of different colors. I use all of them. I really like that teal aqua color. It's one of my favorites from Papermart, and it certainly is affordable, so you can afford to get the big spools and then use it as much as you want. I think there's like 240 yards on a spool, so it's really, really useful. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please give me a thumbs up if you did, and make sure you check out our sponsor Papermart. You can find them at www.papermart.com, where we make you look even better. Please share this with any of your friends doing craft fairs this year, and I thank you so much for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.